All right, it's so fun to have Phil Monroe with me this morning for this quick little video interview. Phil, I've known you for a while, and I would just love to. And you're in South Florida, where all the teams are playing well, by the way, NHL and NBA. So go Heat, go Panthers, I believe.
Panthers.
Um, so just wanted to ask you, how is the money system working for you now that you've been doing it for a little while?
Yeah, well, I've been using the money system for a few years now, and honestly, the money system is working great for me. It's taught me to invest, and one really important thing that the money system has also showed me is how to dream. For a long time, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes I'd struggle going into Publix and being embarrassed at the cash register because I didn't know if my card was going to accept this payment or decline. And one thing the money system has definitely helped me do is not have to worry about that at all. And it's been a long time since I've had to worry about that.
That's awesome. I've been there, done that in the past, right? Where you're like, oh my gosh, do I have enough in the account? So that's really cool, and I'm glad it's helping you in that way. What one or two things stood out in the money system? The dreaming, saving money differently with those named accounts, spending, investing, giving. Anything that has stood out for you? One or two things specifically about the money system?
I'd say the thing that stood out to me the most about the money system is creating those named savings accounts. I had no idea that you could do that. And now with a few clicks, I can literally, every time I get paid, have a certain amount of money go into each of these named accounts. So say I want to save up for fishing, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm an avid fisherman. I definitely have a fishing account.
I
Savings.
love that.
And every time I get paid, I have money that comes directly to my fishing savings account. And I promise this wasn't planned, but I've got some fishing lures that came right from the fishing account right here from Amazon. So
I
that's
love that. I love that. So you've got a fishing savings account. I think you said, do you have a travel savings account?
I do have a travel savings account as well. And honestly, the most important, I know the fun ones are great, but one of the most important accounts that I have is that rainy day account. So just in case I get a flat tire or four of them, which happened to me not too long ago. Honestly, literally last week, I had to go to Tires Plus. I don't want to talk about that. I paid a lot more than I feel like I should have, but the money was there for me to do it. So at the end of the day, I
Wow.
got four new tires, and I don't have to worry about any credit card debt or anything on those.
That is just, I mean, obviously it's not fun that you had that experience at Tires Plus to get your tires, but you had the money there. That's awesome. Those are just you're just talking real life, right? That everybody does and comes across and experiences. Those phone calls from the mechanic are terrible, right? If you don't have either a car repair savings account. So just that's really fun. Because having all money in an account called savings, that's stressful. And then you have one call from a mechanic and then boom, it's all gone. And you're like, wait, I can't even travel. So, well, that's fun. Fun to hear that you're doing that. Was there anything that you were hesitant about the money system before you decided to start doing it? Was there anything that you're like, I don't know if this is going to work, or anything that you're hesitant about before you started it?
Well, yeah, Mr. Todd, I know I've known you for a long time, but I'm 28 years old now, and I wouldn't say it was until I was about 25 when I started having a little bit of financial literacy, and I'm not afraid to say that. So, kind of like you said, I had all of my money in one savings account. I'd get paid, and then one of my friends would reach out to me, hey, let's go here, let's go there, and I'm just ripping that money out of there. So that was one thing. The money system was able to give me that clarity for sure. So I was hesitant about creating these named accounts. I was also hesitant about investing money. But like I said, I was able to get, once I started using the money system, I started to have clarity almost immediately of where my money was going. And then once I started investing, oh my gosh, I had no idea the power of investing and then compound investments. I was scared. I was 25 years old. I was living paycheck to paycheck. So I had no idea. I was like, now I had $1,000 coming to my account. Now there's only 700, but I didn't realize at the end of the year that whatever it is, that 300, that $50 I was investing weekly was compounding, and at the end of the year, I'd have a few $1,000s saved up in my account. So that was one thing I was definitely hesitant about, was creating these investment accounts, because it's weird when you, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you want to see this big lump sum of money, and you don't understand that later down the road, this investment's going to turn into a larger lump sum of money. So I'd say that was something I was hesitant about, but that was something that paid off almost immediately.
That's great. That's great, Phil. And last question is just, what would you tell others who are thinking about following the money system and going for it? What would you tell them based on your personal experience as well, to go, you know what, this was going to be good for you? What would you specifically say to people who are looking at the money system?
I would tell them, honestly, just do it. And don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. And your comfort zone can be whatever you want it to be. But for me, my comfort zone was always knowing I had money here and I could just pull from this one account. Boom, boom, boom. I'd say step outside of your comfort zone and honestly listen to everything Todd says in the money system. And I promise you, at the end of the year, if you follow his rules, you're going to have more money. It's going to look funny at first because you're investing. If you're doing what I did, you'll see a little bit less money in your account. But look at it a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road where I am, my investment account is bigger than my bank account ever was before I was following the money system. So if I were to tell anybody who's on the fence, I would say just do it, give it a chance, step out of your comfort zone, and I promise you, 6 months, a year down the road, you're going to be so thankful you did. But give it time. It's not going to work overnight. Give it some time, and I promise you, you're going to see your return on investment.
That's awesome. Phil, I love your story. Stories, so many people around the country have a very similar story, and that hesitancy or fear, like, oh man, I'm going to change up something that's not going to work. And it really is a simple but powerful solution and system. So thank you for your time. Always great seeing you.
Of course.
And I hope the Miami Heat will do their thing and bring home a championship either way. So I'm not a big NHL hockey guy, so I hope they win, I guess. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. So again, great seeing you, and thanks for your time, Phil.
Of course, Mr. Todd. Great to see you as well.
Thanks again. See ya.
See ya.